back, everybody. So today we're going to try one from Masthead Brewing out of Cleveland, single origin coffee stout. 30 IBUs, 6.9% ABV. I don't want to read the description. Now on Untapped, Ethiopian, I can't pronounce that other word, so I'm not going to say it. I did see the scores, but that don't matter. Thank you to Jimmy for picking this up. Canned on 520 or yeah, 5/23/24. So 2 months old. So let's go ahead and open it, get it into a glass, and see what I think about it. I drink my coffee cold, so this is straight out of the fridge. For a stout, if you're a huge stout fan and you want to let it warm up to room temperature, go for it. But I do drink my coffee cold, so on this one, it's right out of the fridge. It is what it is. If you don't like that and you want to see somebody else's review with it room temp, go and watch that. So, light chocolate colored head. It almost looks like a porter head. Small bubbles pretty much throughout, except for the very middle where I stopped pouring. About a finger and a half of head. For the color on this, I would go dark amber, brown, not black. And of course, you guys are seeing it black. Let's see if we can change that. Because I'm looking at these lights. Yeah, there you go. It is not black. Which doesn't matter, really. Especially if you're drinking it out of the can. It don't matter. But yeah, it is not black. More dark porter. Let's go ahead and smell. Definitely get that coffee. I would say a French roast, maybe a little bit of like smoke roastiness in there. I'm getting not the dark ashy malts, but higher SRM, like that coffee malt, like that brown malt, chocolate malt. I don't have any around here to actually look at, so I can't say 100% what the SRM, but I want to say like 300 SRM. Not that dark ashy 500 SRM malts. It smells like there's a little sweetness. Almost, I want to say caramel. Maybe it's chocolate. I would go with more chocolate than I would caramel, like chocolate malts in a stout, sure. It smells good. I wish there was a little bit more coffee in there, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and taste. Bitter, darker, ashy, almost to that ashiness. I almost want to say dehusk carafa too. Like that bitterness, a little dry, uh, maybe bitter from a little bit of chocolate. But if they're saying coffee, like very dark roasted coffee, espresso coffee, which is kind of funny. It's kind of light. I would put this as a porter, not a stout. I think it's the body lends itself more to a porter than a stout. Maybe they made a humongous batch of coffee and a regular stout, um, and that's why it feels kind of thin because they added them together before bottling. I don't know how they made this. Um, but I'm gonna say it's almost like cold brewed coffee in a stout instead of using um, the coffee beans in like say secondary or something like that. I don't think it would make it as thin unless that this is what they were going for, making a thin stout with the coffee beans to kind of take over. I'm surprised because I believe the scores of my friends were 4.5 of what I looked at. I'm surprised it's this high. I mean, I could drink this every morning for my coffee. It is bitter. It's kind of dry. Yeah, it's kind of ashy, like burnt malt in there, which it's got a lot of flavor for 6.9%. Hmm. Pour the rest in here. Huh. Is it going to keep going? It's almost like it's nitroed. Um, I'm probably, it's like my mouth is bitter. Like I just crunched down on a coffee bean. I can't. I wonder. I didn't see all scores. I'm probably going to score this a little bit higher. I would actually go with a 4.5. But again, I like my coffee black, and cold. The more shots of espresso I can get in there, the better with it being cold. I wish the roastiness was there. Like almost the smoke was in there. Almost like I think it's on Starbucks Sumatra. Something like that is in there instead of being a little dry. I wish it was thicker too, but I I'm gonna be not the normal person for this one. I would definitely buy a 4 pack. I would probably buy a case of this, just to drink. I'm gonna look at the back. Yeah, Ethiopian coffee beans used in the beer to bring flavor and aromas. A berry and cocoa. Do not get berry. 6 shooter coffee. Yeah, if I could take like that dryness out, put more smoke in there, I think that would be better, in my opinion. I I'm out of the norm on this one. Let's check on tap. Nine of my friends. Well, okay. So 9 of my friends have checked it in 4.03. 14,700 people have checked this in 4.02. That is very surprising. 30 IBUs. I would say this probably drinks. Isn't that what I said? Yeah. It probably drinks like 50, in my opinion. Coffee smooth, roasty, creamy chocolate. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Let's see if anybody has said very tasty coffee stout. Coffee flavoring is not overpowering. Huh. Not coffee flavoring is not overpowering. Great weight to the stout. No. It is what it is. I do not agree with that. It is light bodied. That's what coffee should taste like. Coffee bitter. I just want that roast in there. I can I can I can understand the chocolate because of the bitterness. I think the bitterness is coming from the coffee, not the grains, because they're not adding chocolate in here. So, if anything, the bitterness would have to come from the chocolate malt, which I don't think they're using. I think everything's coming from the coffee beans. Okay, Joe, from 10 19 19 gave it a 4. So I'm going to have to really go back and watch his review. Pretty solid coffee stout. I've really been enjoying. Okay. I actually think he's low. But again, it's going to be, do you like coffee? I have to say, when they said coffee on this beer, I was thinking, okay, it's going to be like most of the other ones where that coffee really isn't there. It is here in this one, and like I said, I'd buy a case of this. So if you've had it, leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this review, check out some more over here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, and I'll see you in the next one.